China's stake in Hamburg Port at risk as Germany reviews the deal. Xi Jinping, China's military needs to deepen military training preparation. China uses the most pesticides in the world. Chinese say, we poison ourselves to death. Beijing accused of treating foreign and domestic students completely differently, causing outrage.
Germany is reconsidering its decision to allow China's shipping giant COSCO to take a stake in a container terminal in critical Hamburg Port, which could put the deal at risk. The move came after authorities, the Federal Office of Information Security, classified the Tollerort terminal as critical infrastructure earlier this year. A spokesperson for the German Economy Ministry said, "Since the prerequisites have changed, we are examining the effects on the overall situation in our area of responsibility." Such a classification offers the Economy Ministry broader authority to prevent acquisitions by firms from the non-EU countries under German rules on foreign investment. On Wednesday night, it was still being determined if the COSCO transaction would be approved or rejected. Regardless of the status change for the terminal, the Economy Ministry stated that it had yet to give the agreement final approval. The Green Party welcomed the latest development. The party has never favored COSCO's attempts to purchase a stake in Tollerort. Olaf Scholz, the German chancellor, approved COSCO to take a 24.9% stake in October last year over strong opposition from the three-party ruling coalition. COSCO initially intended to buy a more significant 35% stake in the port, but it compromised the deal later. Olaf Scholz's approval of the agreement raised security concerns over the sale of the infrastructure to Chinese investors. The latest developments about COSCO's deal came shortly before a visit to China by the German foreign minister. It also coincided with German efforts to reevaluate its relationship with the Chinese regime, as many raised concerns that its firms and supply chains have become too dependent on China. The acquisition of Tollerort is a part of a broader strategic ambition from Beijing to gain control over infrastructure for its controversial Belt and Road Trade Initiative. COSCO already has stakes in Europe's two biggest ports at Rotterdam and Antwerp and controls Piraeus port in Athens. On inspection of Southern Theater Command on April 12, the Chinese Communist Party's General Secretary Xi Jinping stressed the need to deepen military training and preparation. Xi said there is a need to accelerate the military's transformation and modernization. According to Reuters, the CCP's media reported that Xi made it clear that it was necessary to improve the ability to respond to complex situations promptly and appropriately. Xi added that China would defend its territorial sovereignty, maritime rights, and interests and strive to maintain stability in neighboring areas. Xi's instructions to the CCP's military came as its navy ended actual combat training around Taiwan in retaliation for President Tsai Ing-wen's visit to the U.S. According to Taiwan News, sharing with CNN on April 11th, Taiwanese Foreign Minister Joseph Wu said that recent CCP military exercises showed it is preparing to launch a war against Taiwan. Wu said, "Yes, indeed. Look at the military exercises and also the rhetoric. They seem to be trying to get ready to launch a war against Taiwan." He added, Beijing's way of handling the differences between Taiwan and China is through coercion, military threat, and the threat to use force against Taiwan. The CCP's action goes entirely against the UN Charter, which requires all sides to use peaceful means to resolve differences. When asked if Taiwan has enough weapons to defend itself in the case of an invasion by the CCP, Wu said Taiwan has been buying weapons from the US for many years. However, Wu argued that determination is more important than the military equipment. He also warned that the global economy would suffer if the CCP invaded Taiwan, so he urged the international community to tell Beijing to stop threatening war and stop preparing for war against Taiwan. A video has recently been circulated